Who was the first ever, entity? Who was the first ever entity who used his common sense over the revelation? Who is the first person on earth who said, no, I would rather like to give preference to my brain, my common sense, over what the Nas is saying, over what the revelation is saying. I would like to rather, judge everything that my brain seems to be able to understand. And if there is something that my brain fails to understand, I would rather call it wrong. Who is the person that says something like this? Who? Iblis. Yeah. When Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. Elsewhere, Allah Azza wa Jal says, مَا مَنَعَكَ أَن تَسْجُدَ لِمَا خَلَقْتُ بِيَدَيَّ أَسْتَكْبَرْتَ أَمْ كُنْتَ مِنَ الْعَالِينَ. What was the reply? قَالَ خَلَقْتَنِي مِن نَارٍ وَخَلَقْتَهُ مِن طِينٍ. Yeah, he used his intellect, he used his brains, he used his common sense, and he said, hey, you created him. Whereas he acknowledged the very fact that Allah Azza wa Jal is the creator of himself and the entire creation, not just Adam and the creation of the humankind, but the entire universe. He acknowledged it. He said, Anta khalaqtahu min teen. You created him with clay, and you created me with fire, and fire seems to be able to eat up clay, burn clay. Fire is more powerful than the clay. Why should I worship being the superior, being something or someone who has more salient features, more properties than the earth or the clay? Yeah, when you look at these two things scientifically, that's what happens, right? We look at those, the salient features, the benefits, or the properties of each of these things. Yeah, when we look at the properties of various elements in earth. Likewise, this Iblis started looking at the properties of fire and those of the clay. And he said, fire is way, way superior than the clay. Therefore, I am not going to bow down before something that's actually, less significant than me, or inferior to me. So Iblis is the one who actually used his brains the very first time. So are we going to follow in the footsteps of Iblis by by saying that we will only follow, we will only believe what the akal says, what the reason says, what common sense says, and if everything, if there is anything that doesn't befit or doesn't make sense to us, we are going to refute it that way. Look at Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, the first ever person on the face of the earth that immediately believed the ascension of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, he was the very first person. When the Prophet ﷺ went on the journey of Al Isra, when he went to Baitul Maqdis, he led the Salah, and then he had the upward journey, the ascension, all the way to the seventh skies. Yeah, when he went all the way up, he came back, and he also had a bit of nap after he came back, and he was there for the Fajr Salah. I mean, he went the very same night, and the people back then realized that it would take us, even if we have the fastest of our camels or horses, it would take us weeks to go to Baitul Maqdis alone. And here you have, someone called Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, someone called the infidels. This is what they say. Here you have Muhammad. He's not only saying that he went all the way to Baitul Maqdis, but he also came back the same night within a couple of hours. And not only that, he's also talking about Mi'raj. So some such people went all the way to the best friend of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, hey, you know what? Your friend, your best friend, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad, is saying that he actually went all the way to Baitul Maqdis, yeah, which takes us weeks, and he says he's also come back the same night, and he's talking to us about all that. What did Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu say? Did he give preference to his common sense the way the others, especially the infidels, did? Some people actually left the fold of Islam because of this on that particular day. Muhammad, oh Ya Rasulullah, all this while we continued to believe you, but this is too much, huh? You're saying that you went all the way to Baitul Maqdis and you came back the same night and you're telling us these stories and you would like us to believe in these stories? Goodbye to your religion, is what some people said and left the fold of Islam back then. And Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, when he was also, questioned like this, people thought he is also going to backtrack and say Muhammad is lying. It is impossible. But what did he say? He said, did he really say that? They said, yes, we have heard it from our own ears. We are witness to what he has said. If he has really said it, then I believe in him, is what the companion Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu said.